His Majesty's Bark Endeavour, vessel of the world-renowned Captain James Cook, a ship built of wood, manned by men of steel. Come aboard and experience her journey throughout unknown territory. Captain Cook helmed this British Royal Navy research ship from 1768. His goal was to set a course towards uncharted waters and to the discovery of the unknown southern land. Cook sat here in his main quarters and was in charge of mapping and planning out the ship's routes. He and his crew of nearly 100 men departed from Plymouth and headed towards South America. The men ate, drunk, and slept here for months at a time, and for many living standards were poor. It was bitterly cold, and often conditions on the water could be life-threatening. As their journey continued on through the southern hemisphere, the Endeavour became their new home, and for many of them, it was their last. Finally, they discovered New Zealand, shortly followed by the east coast of Australia. They claimed the newfound coast as British territory, and became the first crew to map the entire eastern coastline. Cook captained 3 separate voyages from 1768 to 1779. Unlike most of the sailors on board, Cook and his officers had the space and luxury of the Great Cabin. They would retreat here after a hard day's work to share meals, recap the day's events, and plan tomorrow's endeavours. But in 1779, tomorrow never came for Cook. He was sailing on one of his later vessels, and the mast snapped clean in half. He was forced to dock on a Hawaiian island to repair. The locals had hostility towards him and were wary. When his back was turned, they set upon him, and Captain Cook, the great pioneer, perished. But the legacy lives on, and the HMS Bark Endeavour was born. The only full-size replica in the world berthed right here on the River Tees, not far from the birthplace of the captain himself.